Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, November 16th, and time for a new episode of HHS In Depth. I'm Senior Peeper.
And I'm Mrs. Squires. Welcome to today's special Teacher Anchor edition of the show.
On today's show, you'll see stories over that last week's leadership conferences hosted by Ted Wiese that many Homestead students got to attend.
We'll bring you a story over the Homestead Spanish 5 students who take their skills over to elementary children at Haverhill to begin teaching them the foundations of the foreign language.
With the annual semi-formal dance taking place tomorrow, reporter Derek Hockenmeyer finds out what all goes into planning for the yearly event.
John and Josh, our student section leaders, are in today to talk about the big basketball games for both the girls and boys teams taking place over the next 5 days.
And there will be an all-new 2.5 weatherman.
We'll bring you all of those stories and much more, so stay tuned for today's episode of HHS In Depth. We begin today's show with a story over last week's leadership session hosted by Ted Wiese. Many Homestead students got to attend one of his sessions over a 3-day period, and to learn more about it, here's reporter Ellie Davis.
Last week, Homestead students had the chance to hear from Ted Wiese, a youth leadership development speaker, to help students become better future leaders.
I developed this program to teach students how to be a positive leader in their schools.
Homestead has had Ted multiple times and believed it to be beneficial to have him speak again this school year.
Homestead's had me 3 other times before, and that program was successful the past several years, and they said, well, let's bring him back this year.
Students have the chance to learn from Ted and apply their knowledge in the future.
Well, the idea is to empower students to be positive leaders, and then for them to help other people in the school, to kind of bring up the entire school.
During each session, students learn how to work well with others through action-based activities, rather than standard classroom learning.
Very hands-on, interactive activities designed to highlight specific leadership qualities and skills.
Even though Ted's career didn't start off how he planned, he rapidly gravitated towards leadership and team-building programs for students.
My first job out of college was with a nonprofit organization in which I stood up in front of people and did lots of public speaking. And I found that I loved the public speaking, but I didn't really like the topic. And so it took me a long time, but I finally figured out that that's the skill I wanted to use. I just had to find a topic that I loved talking about. And it's leadership and team building and just how to make a positive impact.
If you weren't a part of the program this year, you may have the opportunity to hear from him next year, or you can check out his videos on YouTube. For HHS In Depth, I'm Ellie Davis.
Lost and found items are located on the tables outside of the discipline office in the 1012 building. See Mrs. Godfrey in discipline for valuable items such as jewelry, keys, electronics, and designer clothes. All items not picked up by the end of the day today will be donated.
Jostens will be here today during all lunch mods to take the final orders for senior cap and gowns. They will also be distributing ring orders that were placed earlier this semester. Again, this is your last chance to order senior cap and gowns from Jostens here at Homestead.
Art Club will be meeting Tuesday, November 20th after school in room 108 to finish their monster creations for Deer Ridge. If you have taken a drawing but cannot attend, please submit it to Mrs. Jones as soon as possible.
Bonjour! Get out to the French Club meeting next Tuesday, November 20th after school in room 607. They will be making Thanksgiving crafts and enjoying crepes. Remember to bring your dues and permission slips to get a crepe. Everyone is welcome to attend. If you need a permission slip, contact Mr. Segnon or Mrs. Sedlek via email or in room 524.
The semi-formal dance will be held tomorrow evening from 7 to 10 p.m. Right now, tickets are $15 each and are on sale during all lunch mods for the rest of the day. Ticket prices will increase to $20 each at the door tomorrow, so be sure to get your tickets during lunch today.
And speaking of the semi-formal dance tomorrow, reporter Derek Hockenmeyer brings you a story on the planning behind the dance, where you'll learn how this yearly event is put on and what to expect tomorrow night.
Semi-Formal 2018 is planned and ready to go for tomorrow night. Here's what you can expect to see when you show up to Homestead.
When you come in, make sure you have your school ID and ticket ready when you see the administrator so they're not holding up a line. If you miss buying a ticket this week, don't worry, you can buy them at the door. They're $20.
It's going to be very cold outside and very warm inside. Thanks to volunteers, you won't have to worry about holding your coat.
The show choir moms work a coat stand, so you can give your coat to them and they'll give you a little slip that you return at the end of the night back for your coat.
Student government plans the event for months, teaming up with A Party Apart to make it all happen.
So for student government, the sophomore members specifically do the semi-event.
For years, Homestead staff have played a large role, being present at the event to make sure it runs smoothly.
Mr. Schenkel is DJing this year. Don't be scared. He has really good music, and he's going to do a great job.
Be there or be square, 7 to 10 tomorrow night. And remember to bring your school ID. For HHS In Depth, I'm Derek Hockemeyer.
Did you know that Homestead Spanish 5 students take their speaking skills of the language over to Haverhill to teach elementary children the foundation of the Spanish language? Reporter Jessica Walter brings you a report on how these students are helping a younger generation.
Spanish 5 students are getting the chance to share their knowledge of the Spanish language by teaching second graders at Haverhill Elementary.
Well, for the past 3 years, a group of Spanish 5 students have been going over to Haverhill once a month to teach some basic Spanish to the second grade classes. And it's just been an incredible experience because, again, our Homestead students go over and they work with the second graders for 30 minutes once a month to teach them vocabulary. And they try to teach them about 7 to 10 words in a 30-minute time. They use images to teach them the words. They use games such as Kahoot. They use activities. They get the kids up and moving. And usually by the end of 30 minutes, the second graders are able to retain 7 to 10 vocabulary words.
So every time that we go over to Haverhill, we go into our classrooms that we've been assigned to, and we each go to a table and we're assigned kids, and we just help them with the lesson that we're learning and ensure that they understand what's going on, and then we help them when we play games.
It is a very fulfilling experience to help younger students learn a new language.
My favorite part about going over there and watching, and really that's what I do, I go over and I watch because it's the high school students who get up in front of the class and lead and teach. My favorite part is being able to sit back and watch them do that. They've done all the work preparing the lessons. They've created the PowerPoints that they use to teach the classes. They've created the activities. They've brainstormed ways to get the attention of the second graders. And it's really cool for me as a teacher to sit back and watch our students get up and be the teachers and to share with a group of second graders their love of the language. And again, of all the things that I've done in my career as a teacher, this is by far one of the highlights because it's just really enjoyable to watch our kids who are doing this for no credit. They're not getting a grade, they're not getting paid, they're doing it because they love the Spanish language, and it's really inspiring for me to sit back and watch them up in front of the class, these second graders using their talents to help the young kids learn some new language skills, but also to inspire them to want to learn a language once they become a little bit older and get to our middle schools.
My favorite part would definitely have to be when you're working with the kids and it just kind of clicks with them, like what's going on, because like we've been learning Spanish for so long, so it's nice to kind of like give back and like teach them.
Senior Pieper and the Spanish 5 students hope to continue this project to spread the Spanish language for years to come. For HHS In Depth, I'm Jessica Walter.
We want to congratulate 6 of the seniors who signed national letters of intent to play collegiately this past Wednesday. Solaire Stark signed with Detroit Mercy, Haley Swing with Grand Valley State, Kara Geely with Tiffin University, Brianna Lucas with Malone University, Julia Huey with Lawrence Tech, and Sophia Buck signed with Purdue Fort Wayne to run track. Congratulations, girls.
And now here are John and Josh, this year's student section leaders, with some information on the student section for some big home girls and boys basketball games over the next 5 days.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
What's up, guys? We have a few big announcements for the student section. First, our girls' second-ranked basketball team has a big SAC matchup against Corey tonight at 7. Everyone will be showing up tonight. The theme is Sea of Blue.
The girls also play Huntington North at home on Tuesday at 7 o'clock next week.
Finally, the boys season starts at home with a huge game against Huntington North at 7. The theme is Wide Out, with the first appearance of our student section rally towels. You guys don't understand how big this game is. They're already talking smack about how big their roasting section will be and are even bringing a fan bus.
So we need everyone to show up next Wednesday night and make the gym environment unlike anything we've ever seen at Homestead before.
Make sure you have your towel at the game, and if you still need one, buy it at lunch today for $5.
Once again, girls game tonight, wear blue, girls game next Tuesday, and a whiteout environment for the boys game on Wednesday.
Josh and me are really excited for this season, and we have really high expectations for what we're about to do. Make sure you guys help us start out right with the games coming up within the next week.
It starts tonight with our girls against Concordia, and next Wednesday with the guys with a huge game against Huntington North. Everybody show up.
And now it's time for the weekend weather forecast. Here's an all-new 2.5 weathermen with Alex and Ethan.
Hey there, Homestead. As you know, it's almost Thanksgiving, and with that comes spending time with your family and friends. Sadly, we don't have either of those, so we're here at Buffalo Wings and Ribs just finishing up our nice Thanksgiving supper. While you listen to the weather, let's head to Starbucks for a nice treat. Tonight's going to start off this chilly weekend with mostly cloudy skies and a high of 37 and a low of 28.
Saturday's going to be quite chilly with showers in the afternoon and a high of 37 and a low of 27.
And finally, ending off this chilly weekend, there's going to be snow showers with a high of 34 and a low of 20.
Well, Homestead, we got our treats from Starbucks.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, as Drake once told us, baguettes in my eyes. That was your quote of the week, Homestead. We'll catch you in a couple weeks. I've been Ethan Turner.
And I'm Alex Peters. See you later, Homestead.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Senior Pieper.
And I'm Mrs. Squires. Thank you for watching today.
Today we leave you with a song exclusive to our radio station, the Point 91 FM.
Have a great weekend, and the students will be back on the next HHS In Depth in 2 weeks.
When I step onto the stage, see the curtain raise, I'm a parent, I've got someone to play. All the crowd are in the seats, looking straight at me for an answer. They just get what they see. They applaud in the ashes, locking the door till the matinee. So I get to know the cast, though it doesn't last. I'm a pro, but I won't take it too far. Now I know I shouldn't get comfy on the set every time it all comes down to the end. That's the truth that the stage school doesn't teach you, but it's good to know. It takes much more than just learning a script. You see, you gotta take the part and believe it. Oh, I sometimes make up all of my lines on the spot, but I will always give what I got. I thought I was only acting, but I felt exactly like it was all for real. I sure didn't know it had to, but then a rehearsal could show you how to feel inside. What you gotta hide, when to pick your pride, when to realize you've had your time. Find another role, carry on the show. You should be able to feel it.